from the
Put
bulb,
the roll in the
wrote it.
roll.
And he's over 50 and he has a real
Like
problem. He's got a Boston temper. And he's cussing
he's
under his breath, right?
he's actually no, he's cussing out loud.
Out loud. What decibel?
Yeah. Like
Mid?
me 3 beers in, not caring
Uh,
if the whole bar hears me.
I know that decibel very well.
So
What's his problem?
I have yet to ascertain, but if you'll let me get to the end, you'll understand why it was
Go.
okay.
Go.
Um, so like homeboy was like I mounted some shit for him, but couldn't get it wired up. I didn't know how the old wires were coming in, and when I was like, "Did you check these? Do you already know what the wire path is?" He was like, "Well, figure it out." So
Told
I
you to
spent like
figure it out.
an hour and a half failing to figure it out. And they was like, go do that other door. Same deal. I don't know. Like, this is legacy gear. This is not
How many
like
conductors?
weekend readers.
How many
Uh,
conductors?
Too many. Stretched
Composite cable.
across.
Yeah.
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 Stretched across gear from like the late 90s.
Lovely.
So, like, the wire and color. It's not even okay. Brown is now orange. Like it's
Yeah.
not even that. Like
You have
it's
to go to the
and you'd
brain.
skip the blue.
You have to go to the brain and
Yeah, which
disconnect until you can track it.
all of this stuff is local, and they're
Yeah.
trying to keep their old IEI keypads on modern maglocks. And I'm like,
Are you
no,
using
you've got to
alarm?
get the
Are you using
modern
alarm
IEI
controls 600Ss or are you using the 1200Ss?
for the mag. These
Yeah.
mags were no, these were cheap.
Okay.
Like we're using mostly Van Duprin
Van
shit
Duprin. I know
for
what that is. Yeah, they're a
yeah,
pain. They're a
like
pain in the ass to deal with if you want some of their specialty gear, like their crash bars or double pull,
I
double throws.
so I had I over at
You broke
dealing
up.
with a crash bar
hmm
over at Oracle. I was it's pot you're outside. I can hear the
I'm right
crickets.
next. I'm right next to the PlayStation.
Okay. Well, I'm 5 feet away from the PlayStation
I
and
just won't
5 feet away
complain.
from the router.
I'll let it happen and I won't complain about it. How about that?
I'm hearing the echo from your end too. But I
Really?
do hear the clip out every now and again. I
It's all
might be
good.
talking too loud.
No, it's all good. Tell me about this Maclock with ancient wiring.
Okay, so like I could the second one I could get the maglock to fire, but I couldn't get the keypad to make the maglock fire.
Okay.
And it was a whole thing. And this guy was no help. And it's all legacy gear, so it's not like I can call network IT and
Right.
have them
That
troubleshoot.
company's been out of business for many moons.
No, I mean my own company. They can't see it remotely like they usually can with our gear and trigger doors and
Ah, I
stuff.
understand.
And so I'm trying to use Google to find white sheets on this shit, and they don't exist anymore.
So old. Yeah.
And so, like, finally, angry guy comes up to me and he's like, "It's 5:30. It's time to go." And I'm like, "Oh shit, yeah, I put some time in. Okay, this doesn't work, but it didn't work before, so let me at least button it up and
hmm
leave."
hmm
And so I go back into my office the next day and I go to my project manager and I'm like, so, oh, I also forget, like, Joe was like saying fuck to me a lot when I don't fucking know,
Was he?
figure it the fuck out.
Was he?
Yeah, he was doing that.
Oh
So at
no.
one point I said to him, I was like, hey, um, if you can't figure it out, equally having a hard time figuring out, and the way you're talking to me about it is not helping the issue, I
Mm.
would recommend adjusting that. And
Mm.
then I went off to deal with the other maglock.
How calm
And
were
so
you? Like, were you calm?
I'm very calm,
So proud of you, dog.
icy calm.
So proud of you.
So then
Then you what?
walked into my office,
Okay.
walked into the office, work the
Okay.
next day, and I go to my project manager, and he was like, "So you guys didn't get those doors completely working? Yes, last night. It's the only loss I've taken in 3 weeks."
hmm
Like where we didn't get it working, and I was like, "What? Your guy Joe is And he was like, Joe's an asshole. Don't worry about it. And I was like, okay, cool. He was like, we're going to send you back there today to do an assessment. So I went back
Solo
and
or
talked
with
to
person? Solo or with a person?
Solo,
No
just
shit.
by my
Go
lonesome.
handle it. Yeah, go handle it.
And what my project manager told me was that they got a complaint about Joe.
I believe they did.
Like
Yeah.
their guy called, like their on-site maintenance
Joe
guy who's in
sucks.
charge of all this stuff called up and was like, "What the hell?"
Joe's mean.
Like,
Joe has a problem
so,
today. Joe woke
so
up on the
they,
wrong side of
Joe
the
has a
litter box.
problem every day,
He's
apparently.
that guy.
He was in the
I'm
7
aware.
a.m. meeting and he was staring at the wall behind everybody. It was weird. I think he's autistic, but good, and that's why we deal with him. Um,
Understood.
like,
Joe and I have a similar
but
role to fill.
but he's like that guy who dunks on Riley in the Ballin episode, levels of autistic.
Yeah, really?
You know what I mean?
Dude, that was a deep cut.
I know.
That was a hard
Hey,
reference.
man,
So what's the resolution? Did you
all
figure
I
out the
do
fucking
all day,
doors?
dude, all I do all day long is dunk on people in Tim's at
In
this point.
Thames.
Because I wear Timberland Pro baggy
Did,
cargos and I don't fuck around.
did you fix the door?
Oh, the doors at the nursing home. No, I sweet talked their fucking operations manager into buying modern hardware for every door in the building
Did you
because I
figure out
am
the
the
wiring?
king.
Did you figure
I
out the
know.
wiring?
Now I won't need to
Why? Because you'll have new shit.
because
But
I'll have
will
new
you
shit.
will you be able to utilize the old cabling to your new shit?
Yeah, probably, but I'll bring in the good wire testers and be at the head end and have guys who actually
Continuity
know how
test.
to talk to another human being,
Ah,
being like, gotcha, don't go. Hey, baller, yeah, we're good. Hey, we got this,
hey,
which is what I do with every other tech
I'm
we
proud of
have.
you for not blowing up in Joe. Like that
No.
takes
Oh,
discipline.
no, I just told him if you raise it, like, it's this thing I've adopted where I realized I have a southern accent. I was at the Stop and Shop
Dude, it's not like
here
you think.
today,
It's not like you
and
think.
this sweet old lady invited me to move past her because I was only carrying paper towels, toilet paper, and a can of coffee. And I said, no, you, ma'am, you go ahead. I'm trying to, like, I'm going to have to ask that guy how I get a discount card here, you know, the MVP card, as it were. And
Okay.
like, I don't want to hold you up if that takes time.
Okay.
And she said, where are you from? And I said, Hudson, Mass. And she looked at me funny.
Yeah.
And I said, I lived in North Carolina for like 20 years. And she was like, I'm from North Carolina. And that's what I was hearing.
No shit. No shit.
Yep.
Hey, I'm sorry North Carolina didn't like you, man.
I had a blast in North Carolina. Like, I
You
met
you
all my
smashed
best friends.
you
And
smashed a
like,
guitar at an O'Charlie's restaurant.
dude, I
A
was a homeless
restaurant.
man with political clout in a small suburban city.
Dude, you had the
Like,
highest
how do you live
echelon
harder than that?
of couch surfing. It was almost
I
professional levels.
I was the king hobo,
You really
and
were.
I pulled it out.
Dude, when I
Like,
met you, you had a backpack and an acoustic guitar.
and it was that thing where like I'm willing to work, but I will quit a job if you're just an asshole. I'm not for assholes. And everybody was like, "You got to work for assholes," and I'm like, "Nah, I don't."
Dude,
Like,
I spend a lot of time thinking about it. Like, very weird system. I'm also crazy
you and
grateful.
Josh get along really
We do.
in a
We
way
click.
that I am.
Yeah.
He needs you in a way, and you appreciate him in a way
I really
that
do, dude.
makes that
In
a
a in a
symbiotic relationship,
in a
you
very
know?
heterosexual way. Like, I see stuff in him
Yeah.
that I really envy. And like,
Yeah.
it's like, man, I wish I had this thing that you do, this thing. But as far as speed of brain and just activity, we're closer levels. He's a smart guy.
Absolutely. Dude,
He
how
has
many
he has
Zaxby's
exited.
lunches have I had with Josh? Like,
Love
I
his
know he's
Zaxby's
a
lunch.
clever guy.
Yeah.
I don't think he's not smart. I don't think he's
Yeah.
not
Dude, he's the best
great.
game player. That motherfucker
I think
rolls in
he
at
made a
10
bad
a.m.
decision about
maybe.
me, but
Yeah.
it was the best thing that ever happened to
They
me
also
because
gave you
without that,
multiple chances after direct
if I
quitting.
was if I was still working well, I only direct quitted once.
Still,
Like it only happened
still, you
once.
directly left, got on a train and got a beer,
Yeah.
and called him and
It,
said, "I'm on a train with a beer. What's up?"
yeah.
He said, "Get the
Well,
fuck
because
out of
this
here."
guy fucked me. That was his opportunity to like be
Eli,
like, you're right, and like we need to put you in a better situation than what you're in
yeah,
right now
and he
because
took a
you're
chance on you,
worth it
dog.
for the company.
He took a chance on you.
And I
You did.
earned him mad ducats.
You did. I'm in all
I
the
took
books
the
now.
work seriously.
I see. I
I
could see
learned
all
the
the numbers.
shit.
Like
Yep.
I'm on a. I'm in the deeper hole of the rabbit hole.
You still have access to all my files. You
I know. I
know
see
that
him. I
like
see him if I go digging, but I
I
don't go
was
back that far.
productive and efficient, and I worked with a goal to make them money.
Yeah.
Like I,
You will never beat immigrant in most parts of construction. Office staff, you can. You can use intelligence and candor, and you can be a really good member of an office. But
well,
out in the
like
field,
honestly, once I got my drivers, they should have given me a van.
mm.
Like it's what they like
Oh, that's right.
taking me
You,
back out of the office and put me in a van. They bought
yeah,
me a car and I paid them back. Like I had my
Diamond.
driver's license
What?
while I worked at Diamond.
Diamond bought
That
you a
Buick
car?
I had that you helped me one day I met Adrian. You
Say it
remember
again.
you
Say
came
that again.
over to my you
Say,
remember you came over to my house and I
yes,
was working on like a 90s Buick.
that's right. Wow.
Diamond loaned me $1,000 for that project and
You
I
got a.
paid them back
That's sweet. That's really
out of
nice.
my paycheck. I went to Josh and was like, if I don't, like, I have this job because I'm dating this broad. If I don't dump this broad, I'm going to quit this job so I can.
You just made a rhyme.
Like,
This job's just in a job. Don't get this job, then I'm dumping this. You did all the words.
exactly.
It was all
So
there.
I was like, Josh, you need to help me get a car so I can dump
And
Christina.
he listened to you. And he
And he
listened to you.
did.
Yeah.
And he can't. That's why I thought Diamond, and then fucking Dustin was like, nah. Like a lot of
Dude, what I
things
realized,
happen.
we had salesmen come in, and I was over it. Like I hate that part of the position. Like I'm not interested in hearing your spiel. Just send me your numbers, and they want to
And
take you to lunch.
and
And
and you know I
Dustin,
love that. I'll let them
Dustin
take me to lunch.
is.
I'll milk them.
Well, I realized like Dustin is an easy mark. He just wants the
Yeah.
lunch, but he like gets emotionally attached to every salesman that rolls through. Like he wants him
Whereas
to be
I
his
ask them
son.
good questions and then judge them based on how well they answer those
Dude,
questions.
I came in and I sat down and I'm like, look, here's what we do. We send out our quotes for major projects to this company, and your company. We
Yup.
get all of the numbers and then we pick the best one. We can skip the
Mm-hmm.
sales meeting if you can make your number the best one. I'll talk to you later. And then fucking leave. And Dustin sat there to get the free lunch and chatted it up with these people who just want to sell shit. Like
Yeah.
a phone,
And
like
they're not
antiquated.
comfortable talking to
Tell you what, man, they don't like me because
him.
I don't have patience for it.
Well, you're brass tacks.
I go right to business. Like I don't. Times that you interact
I'm
with
the
people,
soft glove.
you
Like
are.
I've
Yeah,
become
yeah.
the charmer. Like
You would be good in that
ADI,
role.
two different ADI branches. I walked into ADI Canton with this company, and I haven't seen them in 6 months. And the first thing I said, I put my arms wide and said,
How's my
"How's
favorite
my
branch?
favorite branch?"
Nice.
And Leroy was like, before we got there, Leroy was like, "Well, they might have no people, and I new people." And I was like, it's going to be two guys named Kevin, Scotty, and Brianna. And when I walked in, it was both of the Kevins, Scotty, and Brianna. And
That's
like,
cool, man.
they're all asking me questions, and Ty was like, hey, how you did? They're getting off the phone and being like, Kevin, sorry, I was on the phone. How are you doing? What are
That's
you here to
sweet.
do? And I'm
Oh,
like, I'm stuck in my van with tools, motherfucker. Let's roll. Like, that
awesome.
was
Awesome.
great.
Hey, I'm really happy for you, man. I want to see you go slow and steady. Just keep doing it, man.
I'm
Uh,
doing it. I'm prioritizing different with this job because this job is satisfying the stuff.
dude,
Like it's
you
making
are
me
home.
feel fulfilled. So
I'm
what
not
I'm
gonna
going to
say
be putting my resources to
right.
is getting all these bills caught up to where if
Yeah,
this happens again, I have another year and a half of they won't cut my shit off
dude, you
and I
don't want
have
that.
time to roll.
We're better
Like,
than that. You're better than that.
but what I'm saying
You
is
have a
like
brain,
that's
man.
I'm gonna be with Galaxy until they give me a desk job.
They even have a cool
Like
name. Like, you didn't tell me the company name until now.
Galaxy Integrated
Sick.
Technologies.
Sick. It's a good name.
Git. We're
Yeah.
Git too. We're a bunch
Get.
of silly Gits.
Uh, hey, when I was on fire alarm, you would be on job site, and Sprinkler would come up and be like, "What's up, fags?" And it's
Yup,
fire
fire alarm
alarm
guys.
guys. And it was just totally
Yup.
common. It's like, where's the fags?
And you remember
Construction.
how it hurts when I'd be like, we're camera guys. We're the
Yeah.
camera guys.
Yeah, we're
We're just
watching the
camera guys.
fags.
Dude, so my new job, my uniform is a t-shirt, and I'm
Oh,
about to complain to management about it because I was in the room,
hmm.
like with the
You need a collar at
Marisol.
least. You
She's
need a
like,
fucking collar at least. Damn.
well, they had the navy polos, and I was like, "Can I get these navy polos?" And she was like, "No, are for office staff." And I said, "Ma'am, with all due respect, I'm at an age where I can't leave the house in a t-shirt without feeling like I forgot to get dressed."
Oh, that's sweet. Awesome, man. Awesome.
Community quote. That's a Jeff Winger joke. I wish that I could walk out of the house in a t-shirt, not feel like I forgot to get dressed. And I wish they cared about my opinions about these stupid Avengers movies. Season
You
6.
you have so many references in your head. Hey, keep it up. Like, I'm gonna hop off here, dude, but just keep
Yeah,
killing it,
man.
man.
Sorry, I'm just
No, I'm excited
railing
to hear
at you.
from you. I'm excited that
I'm
shit's going for
not
well.
killing it. I'm just doing. And like, you're
Dude,
doing too.
you
We're
were on the
both
razor,
doing.
you were on the razor's edge for a minute there, dude.
I've
You
been
were.
on the razor's edge.
Since
Dude,
I
I
was
spent a year
16.
in jail.
So you are
Like,
merely on the razor's
yeah.
edge.
Yeah, you merely adopted the razor's edge. I
Yeah,
was born in it,
dude, fearless.
raised by it. I never
Fearless.
saw a paycheck with a comma in it till I was already a middle-aged man.
Hey, roll with it. Steady wins the race. Let's dig
Yeah, man.
ourselves out of this bullshit we're in, okay?
Fuck yeah, we got this, dude. We
Fuck
got
yeah, dude.
this.
I'll talk at you soon.
Yes, man. I'll talk to you soon. Love you,
Deuces.
bro.